One. Danny, we're going to keep going. baseball, keeping it right here on campus. The season is underway. Just got done with the non-conference schedule. Right now they sit 8-6. A little disappointing considering all the hype that came into the season. You know, they're supposed to be ranked by now. They were a little bit. Now they're not. They took 3 or 4 this past weekend down in the South Carolina tournament. Big weekend for the catcher Nate Recknagel, but they just don't look so good right now. About to play Oakland this weekend.
Well, here's the thing, right? They were scheduled to play Oakland tomorrow, that being Wednesday.
Postponed.
And that's postponed due to weather, so that's the problem you have trying to throw baseball games outdoors.
March in Ann Arbor. Yeah.
I still don't get it. Major League Baseball does it too. It's stupid, but that's neither here nor there. Look, Here's the thing with the baseball team, Chris. They were overranked at 8th in the nation. Baseball America had them 8th in the nation. It's a silly ranking. They're not the number 8 baseball team.
A little bit too much.
Top baseball teams go down south, go to the SEC, go to the ACC, go to the Pac-10, the Big 12. Don't go to the Big 10. Good thing is, Michigan plays in the Big 10. Name another good baseball team in the Big 10. There are none.
Yeah,
so 8-6 out of conference, they could very easily.
Yeah, they'll definitely turn it around here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more games the rest of the season. They'll dominate the conference.
They got some hot bats on that
roster
roster
like last
this year.
This team is solid. Zach Putnam was projected to be an All-American this year. Struggled in the early going. Kind of looked like an ace the other day. They beat Coastal Carolina. They played Coastal Carolina twice. That first game,
lost
Putnam,
that last game.
6 1/3, 10 Ks.
What worries me though, some of the bad losses they had earlier in this year, Danny. I mean, you look at teams like Portland, Georgia, Southern, East Carolina. These are the teams they should have beaten, and they very well could have been 11-3 heading into this non-conference schedule. So I think a little disappointing.
Baseball is one of those games where anyone could win on any given day. It's like, we wouldn't be making a big deal if it was like, oh my God, the Tigers lost to the Royals. It is what it is. You lose one game, the pitcher throws it by you, and you get your third, fourth start.
Still early for baseball. They should
really not that big of a deal. They're still the best team in conference play. And speaking of teams who are playing best in conference play, the Houston Rockets, 22 wins in a row, second longest all-time in the NBA, only behind the LA Lakers, 33 in 1971 and 72. Can they make it 23 Tuesday night against the Celtics?
I think they can, because Boston the previous night played San Antonio in a very close, tough game, only won that one by 2 points on the road. So I think they might be able to do that one. But then, after that, they got 2 back-to-backs. After they played Boston, the next night they got New Orleans on the road. And then Friday, Saturday night, back-to-back, they got Golden State and Phoenix. So I think they're going to lose somewhere along the line. But, what a streak. Just what have they done? Where do you look with this team?
This team was 24-20 when this streak started.
January 29th, the last time they lost.
They ended up losing Yao. And they've still reeled off 9 in a row. You look at what T-Mac's been doing.
He's just been amazing.
You look at a guy known more for his and one mixtape tour than anything in the NBA, and Rafer Alston. Alston dropping 31 against the LA Lakers. A great performance, 8 threes, especially on a night when T-Mac was off. Really stepped up. And then you have a guy like Luis Scola stepping in, filling in for
potential rookie of the year, I think.
Right now,
double-double type of guy, so sound and solid, 27 years old,
big mistake by the Spurs giving him up. He looks like a young Duncan, too.
Yeah.
And even you see Dikembe getting some minutes.
Blocking shots, giving some
not really lighting it up on the score sheet, but rebounds. You have to have a big body to fill in, especially in the West. They're getting it done from everywhere. You have to love the contributions that they're getting up and down their roster, proving that this wasn't just the team.
And it's all young guys, too. You got Carl Landry, Luther Head coming off the bench, Chuck Hayes on the boards. Just young guys are playing team basketball. The rhythm on offense and the ball movement is amazing. Their cohesiveness, they're really playing together. Remember, this is only Rick Adelman's first year in Houston compared to Jeff Van Gundy's tenure before
Will you go as far to call them a title contender?
See, that's where I don't know. How long can they keep going like this? I don't know how they're going to contend with a San Antonio, with LA Lakers, with even the Phoenix Suns with the big presence down low, because they don't really have that anymore, if you want to call Dikembe a presence.
I feel like this team is just firing on all cylinders right now.
But how long is that going to carry you?
I don't know.
Regular season
never
is
really
fine.
know. Especially in the NBA, I'm not quite sure how far chemistry can take a team.
Yeah.
But this team, they're enjoying themselves. They like each other. They're having fun. They're playing good basketball. So see what that does come playoff time. But I wouldn't want to play the Rockets.
I think it ends this week, though, Danny.
Well, we'll see.
Last topic, keeping it on the hardwood, and it is March show, so let's just keep doing it right there. Michigan hoops, the women and the men. Starting with the men, Danny, they actually got a Big Ten tournament win over Iowa, but then they kind of, had their worst showing of the year against Wisconsin the next night, only scoring 34 points.
I followed the Iowa game in a class with Wolves' very own Tom Topping. We were following it on his computer, and we thought that the game tracker had actually broken because Michigan was stuck on 44 points for what seemed like an eternity. It's 1:30, and we're like, oh, Michigan has 44 points. And then, it's 1:45, and Michigan still has 44 points. And we thought, oh, no, this is against Iowa. I'm sorry, first game.
Okay.
A 10-minute scoring drought, and they still win.
Oh.
Then you go to the following game and say, okay, maybe they snap out of it. They got a W under their belt. We'll see what happens. 10 field goals? You've got to be
kidding. They shot 20% in that game, Danny.
10 field goals.
20%.
It's embarrassing.
Manny Harris
ridiculous.
only had 1 field goal. I don't think anybody was really in double figures.
Ridiculous. Embarrassing.
It was really bad, and it just showed you how far they have to go. Sure, that first game against Iowa in the tournament, I think, showed how good they can be next year, but the second game showed you just how many steps they have yet to take before they can even consider being
still a young team. I've been
a
proponent of this team all year long. They're very young. I know you hate them. I know you don't like them. I know you're anti-Beeline.
They need some offense, and then they need to learn how to rebound, and then they need to tweak the defense.
Let's go to the bright side. Let's talk about the ladies. The ladies, obviously, first time to the postseason in quite a while. Obviously,
a
trip to the dance would have been nice. No such luck. The women's NIT. They play the winner of Charlotte and Virginia Commonwealth.
And
it's nice, especially this team was 1-15 in Big Ten play last year. For Borseth to be able to come in here and do what he did.
Yeah.
No.
I've been hyping up Borseth the whole year on the show. I mean, this guy, what he's done with the same roster and the same talent, and just to bring them to the postseason. What this means for those seniors, girls like Clement and Cooper and Katie Deerdorf, these girls who haven't been in the postseason. I know the women's basketball team. We hang out, and they haven't been in the postseason since 2002. What a great feeling it must be for them. And plus, getting that Big Ten tourney victory, it's almost like something off their chest. And now next year they're going to start. Next year they're going to be in the NCAA tournament for the women's field.
I
definitely see them possibly even with a little bit of a ranking too.
Some basketball team from Michigan.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would definitely be nice.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We have Wolves' very own Adam Wallace coming back after break. Stay with us.